Where's music? Where's music? Come on, play me some music. Let me focus. Yeah, so what's up, guys? You're welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hey, let's sing welcome song for you. Welcome, 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 welcome. And if you have already subscribed, like if you are a returning customer, like the way they always call it, like if you've subscribed to my channel, you're welcome. You know how we always do it, right? With gists, like I give you correct gists, like authentic, like I give you authentic gists with proofs, with evidence. You understand? You know I always run my channel, right? I'll give you the gist, and then I'll give you like what you can see. You understand? What you can see concerning the gist you get. So that's it. So welcome everybody to my channel. So this video, right, I'm gonna be covering 3 things. 3, it might be more, it might have branches, you understand, but 3 main points. The first point is how to apply for school in Canada. How you're going to apply for school, the application process, school application process and all that. Number 2, how to get a supervisor. You understand? How you can get your supervisor. You understand? Number 3, how to get a scholarship. You understand? Scholarship, GC scholarship. You know, everybody loves scholarship. So I'm gonna be talking about the 3 things, but it might have a whole lot of branches and all that. So I will try as much as possible to cover the 3 things. So if you're watching this video, definitely it means maybe you just want to start your Canada journey. Yeah, maybe you are planning to start, or maybe you've started but you got stuck on the way. You know, you don't know what to do, you don't know what else to do, you don't know who can give you information. I'm here for you. Show Me is here for you. I will give you the information that you need on how to relocate to this country, Canada, through study routes. So join me and follow the train. So how to apply for schools. There are a lot of things to consider if you want to choose your school, right? You have to consider a whole lot of things. Number 1, you have to consider the course you want to do, because not all universities offer every courses you get. So you have to first consider, what course do I want to do? These are the questions you'll be asking yourself. What course do I want to do? Because that would lead you to the school that you want to apply to. You understand? You have to first ask yourself these questions, streamline your questions, then see the options, the school that is available for you to pick from. You understand? So you cannot be just saying, I want to go to this so school, and then they are not offering the course, right? So number 1, what course do I want to do? Number 2, you have to consider your finance too. That, can I pay for my school fee? Can I pay for my tuition? Am I buoyant enough to pay for my tuition? You understand? You have to consider 1 too also. You understand? Number 3 thing is that you have to consider the province you want to apply to. You get, because some province, they are more expensive than others. You cannot compare Ontario, right, as a province. You cannot compare it with somewhere like Saskatchewan, or what do they call it? You understand? Somewhere like British Columbia. You cannot compare Vancouver with Alberta. You understand? You can't. So it's more expensive in Vancouver, it's more expensive in Toronto and all that. So there are a whole lot of things you have to consider. The province you want to apply to, you have to consider that as well. Number 3 thing, which you still have to consider, is the weather. You get, yes, Canada is cold in general, right? But there are some places that are more colder. There are some places that are more colder. You understand? So you have to consider that. If you're someone that's little cold always, disturbs you, you have to consider, okay, can I live in this province? Is the province the best province I can stay to study? You get. And the last thing you have to consider if you're a city person or you're just, what's the opposite of city? If you're a city person or you are an urban something. You understand? So the opposite of city, you get. Because just for example now, me, I love Ijebu. Ijebu is very quiet, no traffic, no anything. Every quiet environment. Ijebu. You cannot compare Ijebu with Lagos. If you're like a city person, you love everywhere to be bubbling and all that. You can't stay in Ijebu. You have to stay in Lagos. That's what I'm talking about. So you have to consider if you're a city person or the opposite of city. So if you're a city person, you want to apply to somewhere like Toronto and all that, you get. And it's kind of expensive there. That's why you have to consider your finance too. You get. So everything work in hand with themselves. It's all these your options. You get. You have to consider a whole lot of things before you even start your application. Don't just rush and apply to any school. No. Sit down first. Consider all these things. You get, before you even apply. Now, after you have considered all these things, and then you have found your city. This province is best for me. And you can now apply to schools in that environment. You understand? So that one is settled. Then the application process in applying to schools. The application process, all schools, they have application fee. You get, all schools have application fee. The application fee is between $90, which is Canadian dollars, $90 to $150. Yes, I think the highest I've applied for is $150. Yeah, so between $90 and $150. So you have to know your school tuition application fee, but it's very sure it's going to be between that range. That's application fee. So the requirements now, it now depends on, number 1, your course, number 2, your program. You understand? So if your course is, maybe you want to apply for BSc degree, your first degree, or you want to apply for masters, the requirement is not the same. You understand? So if you want to apply for BSc, they will just ask you for the normal requirements, your WAEC certificate. And one good thing about Canada is that, thank you, Canada. One good thing about Canada is that for you being a Nigerian, you understand? For you being a Nigerian, you are not going to write any English examination. All those 12, IELTS, you don't need all those things if you are going to Canada. You understand? You don't need all those English examination. They always exempt Nigeria from those exams because they believe Nigeria is our first language is English, right? So, but if you're from other countries, you may want to check with the universities and check their requirement. Okay, the best way to check university's requirement is through their website. You understand? Always go to their website, your school website, to check, read, study the website. Everything you need on earth is on every school website. You understand? is on their website. If you go to their website, you can find all the information. You don't even have to contact anybody. You can apply everything, do everything till you get your letter of admission or offer letter from them. So always study your school website. So if you are from other countries, you may want to go to the website or email the school to ask about if you are exempted, if your country is exempted from the English examination. So, and also, there are a whole lot of cheap schools in Canada. You understand? On those websites too, you can get the tuition fee, every information you need. The tuition fee, their requirement, everything is there. So now, if you're applying for BSc, they will ask you for your WAEC certificate. I think that's a primary major thing. Some courses we ask you for reference, right? But it's not that common for BSc. And if you're applying for BSc, BSc now, the first degree, so Bachelor of Science in any. And if you're applying for diploma course, it's also the same. Yeah, diploma course is also the same. They will ask you for your WAEC results. But starting from all these graduates, certificates, graduate diplomas, and all that, you have to have your BSc or HND and all that. So, and if you are applying for master's program, it will require you to have a BSc. You must have a BSc if you want to apply for masters. You have a BSc. Yes, you have your BSc. So now, if you want to apply for masters, let me focus on the masters. You will masters and graduate certificates, right? Graduate diploma. You will need your BSc transcript, which is very, very important. Your BSc transcript, very, very important. If it is masters, they will ask you that you should get 2 reference, 2 or 3. Some schools we ask you for 3 referee or anyone you want to call it. They will ask you for 2 or 3 referee. Some school we have ask you for 2, some we ask you for 3. So this is how it goes. Once you are ready, once you have chosen your school, go on the website, find your program, and click apply. You understand? Any school you choose, click apply. Once you click apply, it will bring you the form. So fill the form, fill your details. It's online, the application online, everything is online. Fill the form. Once you fill the form, you create accounts with the school. Create your account. They'll ask you for your email and password. Fill the form. Once you fill the form, so they will not ask you if it is master's program or graduate diploma and all that, graduate certificate. They will ask you for referee. You understand? They'll ask you for referee, so you have to put your referee email in the form. Put your referee email in the form. And now, they don't just accept any email. They don't accept any email. Number one thing to notice is that they don't accept any email. They don't accept all this Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, Outlook. If your referee email is that, they can't accept it. They only accept email, professional emails, maybe so at yourschoolname.com. You understand? For example, I study at Victoria International College in Malaysia, right? So my referee email is so at vic.com. So that's VIC, Victoria International College, vic.com. So if it is UI, you studied in UI, University of Ibadan, you understand? It has to be your professor name. Maybe your professor name is John, your referee name is John. It has to be John at ui.com or .edu. So they don't just accept Gmail, they don't accept Yahoo. It has to be a professional email. You understand? And the referee, if they ask for 2 referee, the 2 might be your professor, your lecturers in your higher institution. And then I think one can be if you're working, one can be your employer. Yeah, your employer, maybe your boss and all that, who can refer you, who can write a recommendation letter for you. You understand? It's very, very important. It's very, very important. So you put your referee email. If they ask you for 3 referee, 2 have to be from your institution, where you finish your BSc from, and then 1 have to be maybe professional if you are working. And if you are not started working, the 3 can be from your institution, maybe from your lecturers and all that. But note, they don't accept any email. So you put the referee email on the form you are filling, and then you will upload your BSc transcripts. Some will ask you for your BSc certificates. Upload it if they ask. You understand? Some will ask you to write a statement of letter of intent. Yeah. Some will ask you to write letter of intent, which also means a statement of purpose. That why do you want to study the course? They just want to know your intent. Not all courses, not all university always ask that. But if they ask you, but I know University of Winnipeg always asks, because I've applied to University of Winnipeg before and they asked me that. So if they ask you, just write. You can go on Google, search letter of intent for your course, type your course in front of it. So it will bring different one. Just copy it, edit it, write your own, just so you can have ideas and all of that. So I think that is that. So once you click on submit, the computer will automatically send an email to your referee. You understand? The email you put, the computer, the school website will automatically send an email to your referee that they have a request from you to write a referee on your behalf. So, and inform your referee ahead. You understand? Inform your referee ahead that, hey, there is one school you're applying to that once they get the email, they should help you to fill it nicely. They should write nice stuff. You understand? They should write nice stuff, because that's very important. So once your referee get the email, he or she can just fill it and then click on submit. It will automatically update on your portal. So that is the application, and then you have to pay. So when you finally finish everything, you submit everything, it will ask you to pay. You have to pay with either your card, your credit card, or your debit card. So you have to pay with card. So I think that is that application process. So once you apply, then you have to wait for the school to do their review on applications, and always make sure you apply ahead, because schools, they have different ways they review application. Some schools, they review application as first come first serve, like the way when they are getting the application, they'll be reviewing it, they'll be sending decision out back to the applicants. Once they are getting the application, they'll be reviewing it instantly, and they will be sending the application out, the results, the decision, back to the applicants. Whereby some schools, they will collect all the applications until when the application is over, like when the application time is over, they will now reveal all the applications together, and they will now send decision out to all the applicants. So you don't know the method that your school is using. So when the portal open for you to apply, always make sure you apply on time. Always make sure you apply on time. So that is application process. Yeah, that's application process. Application process to apply to schools in Canada. And then tips. Let me give you these tips. There are a whole lot of cheap schools in Canada. A whole lot of cheap tuition. Not cheap. Their school itself is not cheap. You understand? But their tuition is cheap. It's affordable. Just go on Google, type cheap universities in Canada. You see a whole lot of universities that their tuition is very, very affordable. Like University of Regina, University of Saskatchewan. You understand that university. So a whole lot of university that's very, very cheap, which they have a very cheap tuition. Just go there and all that. So I think in my next video I will talk about how to get a supervisor and then how to get a scholarship if you're applying for masters. Okay, if you're applying for masters, I'll do another video, so you can just watch the next video. It's a continuation. Watch the next video and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can keep seeing my updates. Okay.